MAGA and Trump cannot govern at all. They cannot take bills to the House, to the Senate, and pass them properly. They have to traffic in propaganda and conspiracy theories, and the MAGA base eats it up. Here's Trump yesterday launching a new conspiracy theory. Play the clip.
Anything diagnosed with cancer? Are you going to call your predecessor?
I think it's very sad, actually. I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time. I just had my physical. You saw that. You saw the results of that particular test. I think that test is standard to pretty much anybody getting a physical, good physical. We had the doctors at the White House and over at Walter Reed, which is a fantastic hospital, and do it. I did a very complete physical, including cognitive tests. I'm proud to announce I aced it. I got them all right. You proud of me? Yes. Your husband would be proud of me for getting them all right. It's a little risk. If I didn't get them all right, these people would be after me. It would be not a good situation.
Okay. First and foremost, there is no stage 9 to cancer. That's first and foremost. But when you don't hire experts to be in your administration, and then you eliminate all cancer research funding in the United States of America, and you're surrounded by dipshits, you say such a thing. But the president of the United States, who's 79 years old, who drones on about Hannibal Lecter and all sorts of crazy shit all the time, to always have to brag about acing his cognitive test tells me that, in fact, he didn't ace it.
100%. That's exactly what it tells me. Plus, I can watch him speak, and I know he didn't ace his cognitive test. And remember, in his physical this year, he had the doctor write how he won a golf tournament to expound on his excellent health. And plus, it's like we're asking about you calling Biden, and all you can talk about is you.
This guy lies about his height, lies about his weight, lies about cognitive tests. But right now, the right wing, and this is where we're different. So Joe Biden is no longer president. He pulled out of the race and didn't seek a second term. They still have their foot smashed down on the accelerator, eviscerating anything that remains of his administration, washing out anything that would be good, while Trump in the interim is like reversing executive orders of things that Biden did regarding prescription drugs, and then admitting it himself as though he's taking credit for it. What did the Democrats do when Joe Biden was in office? Were we pounding on Trump like this? No. Till the bitter end, until the Supreme Court came and saved him from the Jack Smith investigation. And this is the difference. We play two different games. They are still attacking a man who just got a cancer diagnosis, who is 82 years old, who was a very good president. Was he old? Yes, but this is all they have. But this is the difference. They are relentless in their attacks. And what do we do when we got power? We do nothing about Clarence Thomas. We do nothing about Samuel Alito and all their double dealings. We do barely anything about Trump. And then this guy comes in and pardons all these people that tried to hang his vice president. And we're talking about Joe Biden's cancer. And they stay on these demented messages, and they don't relent. And everybody in the echo chamber just picks it up. And it wasn't until the tail end, until the Supreme Court saved Donald Trump from going to jail, basically, with that immunity finding. And he didn't even face trial for January 6th. And this is a fundamental difference in the way the two parties govern and message. And Democrats are going to continue to get beat until they sharpen the attacks on this man. And furthermore, the quote, mainstream media, which I like to call the corporate media, has got to stop sane washing this man. The cognitive test stuff is crazy. Stage 9 cancer, if Biden said something like that, it would be a 3-day news cycle loop. He does all of this crazy stuff with impunity, and millions of enablers that are within his party, in the corporate media, and even some Democrats go along with this. I saw recently, yesterday, where Senator Cory Booker voted for the father-in-law, the father of Jared Kushner, who is a convicted felon, to be the ambassador of France and Monaco. And Cory Booker voted for that. And so as a Democrat, the Democrats are like, oh, it's our messaging. What's going on here? What's going on here is we're sick of what appears to be cherry picking by some people in the Democratic Party. And I like Cory Booker, and he did that, monster speech for, 26 hours. But then you go and vote for Jared Kushner's dad, who is a convicted felon. So it's kind of like, right now, we're all so sick of that. We're also sick of being lied to. We're sick of the dishonesty that the Democrats have got to unite completely, every single one of them, and get on board. This is a fascist regime. They're doing evil stuff, and it doesn't just happen overnight. It's happening slowly each and every day, and we're watching it happen. And it just pissed me off when I read that about Cory Booker as a Democrat, because why are they all not united voting against criminals in the administration? There are many, many, many other people that could be the ambassador to France, but we have to pick this guy, and to have a leader in the Democratic Party vote for it and then assume that he's going to have the credibility to call out the criminality in the administration. You just lost all your credibility with your base.
Absolutely. And the thing is, this is the easiest administration to attack because everything they're doing is illegal and against the Constitution. But you're just simply not hearing it. You're still hearing bipartisan bill. There's no such thing because these people are criminals and they don't want democracy.
All right, next up, we have Trump sharpening his attacks on the European Union, which just a few months ago were our biggest allies.
It means American patients were effectively subsidizing socialist healthcare systems in Germany, in all parts of the European Union. They were the toughest of all. They were nasty. And I see that. I see that with trade, too. European Union is in many ways nastier than China. Okay? And we've just started with them. Oh, they'll come down a lot. You watch. We have all the cards. They treated us very unfairly. They sell us 13 million cars. We sell them none. They sell us their agricultural products.
Okay. All of this is Vladimir Putin Russian talking points. And amongst all the crazy things that MAGA and Trump do, all roads end up leading back to him doing things that drain the United States economy and the pillars of our security, drain it of all power. And who does this benefit? It always benefits Russia. Demeaning the European Union, who is our strongest, over a century ally in forming democratic alliances that support democracy worldwide. This is a problem for Vladimir Putin. And because Donald Trump is compromised by Russia, and I believe Elon Musk as well is compromised by Russia, you still continue to hear these talking points. What's so dangerous about it is the base. When they hear this stuff, they now they're pro-Russia and anti-European Union. And the European Union has taken note to this. And to repair this after Trump, if I'm, a French politician or UK, you're going to be like, hey, I don't know if we want to make a deal with you because you have 77 million people who have been so radicalized because y'all have done nothing. The Democratic Party has done hardly anything to counteract it. And some of your senators still go vote for criminals. So how are we supposed to have credibility? And I just wish there could be some clarity and some honesty about this stuff coming from the Democrats united. But you get these cherry picked things where all of a sudden they're corporatist again, or sometimes they're all united and they have crystal clear clarity about this. But more than anything, their messaging is very jagged. And as somebody who's trying to help build coalitions in independent media, it's more than frustrating. But please support our show by supporting our sponsors. We have more tea to drop right after this ad read, but we would like to thank our sponsors at Quince. Every summer, especially in these hard economic times, you kind of want some fresh items to throw into your wardrobe. I personally love the Quince washable silk camis. I wear them under blazers all the time, and the prices are amazing.
I have a hard time with shoes in the summer, but the Italian leather platform sandals from Quince, it's so comfortable and so easy to wear, and it goes with everything. I also like their swimwear.
The best part is that everything with Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than what you'd find at similar brands. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. Listener, treat your closet to a little summer glow up with Quince. Go to quince.com/IHIPnews for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/IHIPnews to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/IHIPnews. Okay, now back to the disaster that is Trump 2.0. Next up, we have Trump continues to be confused all the time on global television regarding Russia and Putin. Play the clip.
About what?
About Ukraine.
Yeah, of course I did. I talked to him about it. I said, when are we going to end this, Vladimir? I had known for a long time.
Okay, that's really revealing to me. Did you ask Vladimir Putin to meet with you? About what? The main issue that the United States has with Russia is their provocations and the illegal war that they started with Ukraine, a independent democracy. The fact that he says about what tells you how much double dealing he has with Vladimir Putin. Like that there's this basket of all of these issues and, they're shaking up all the pieces of paper cut and they're going to dig in and go, today we're going to talk about all of your debt with Putin. The fact that he even says about what, it's either cognitive decline, which I think is very obvious with the slurred speech, and he always seems disoriented. But also, when it comes to Putin and when it comes to Ukraine, he's never on the side of democracy. He's always on the side of a murderous dictator.
It's absolutely a window into his soul, because I was thinking, is it the hotels? Is it the money that you owe him? Is it what your leash keeper Elon Musk said? But I think it's interesting because he's sitting in the Middle East saying, well, I'm not surprised Vladimir Putin's not going because I'm not going. I mean, if I was going to go, Putin would go. Well, then go. If peace is important to you, why aren't you going? He's got True Social. Vladimir, stop. Vladimir Putin has no respect for him, will not do anything he asks. He's shown that repeatedly. Trump, I just think Putin looks at Trump and is like, you are the biggest dipshit on earth.
Well, but even deeper than that, he looks at him as an ally.
Yes.
To promote Russian propaganda. And this all started decades ago. Donald Trump has shut down all operations monitoring Russian interference in our elections and in our government. That's breathtaking.
Yes.
He shut it down. We have career analysts who have studied this stuff for decades, who have done all of this work and have all of this data and espionage on behalf of the United States as to what they're trying to do. And he shut it all down. It's gift after gift after gift to Russia. But I want to close you with this. This is the Drudge Report above the fold. So why is Trump constantly talking about Biden or Biden's cancer or sharks or Hannibal Lecter? Here's why. Trump tax rocks Target. A worker on Reddit exposed price hikes, and this is where the consumer is paying for the Trump tax. Another headline, small business owner suing Dawn for damages. Another headline, mortgage rates rise above 7% and the U.S. dollar slumps. Citi CEO, something deeper is going on, and this pertains to the economy. Dalio, it's worse. Diamond of Chase Bank warns markets underestimating the risk. Moody's cuts deposit ratings at major banks, and even the Smithsonian loses its credit rating. He has completely dismantled American security, and he is draining the American economy of all power. All of this benefits our adversaries who now seem to be our allies, which is why you see the clip of him bashing the European Union. He's saying he wants to build a huge trade program with the United States and Russia. And this is generational damage to the American brand, and all of that above the fold on the Drudge Report, which has historically been a conservative online news aggregate, is very revealing as to why all the propaganda is at the top of the news cycle, Biden and his cancer, because the economy, American power, American allies are all getting drained of everything intentionally by billionaires who want to dismantle democracy, who want to dismantle America as being a superpower, and they lie every single day to their supporters. All right, that's all we have for this episode. Please subscribe. We'll see you all later.